Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody to Esea Premiere Season 36 Europe. My name is Jesper Damage Sorensen. I'll be here as your commentator for tonight's game between Hellraisers and Fate. And yeah, they are right now in a darning situation as we're speaking. They're both sitting actually in the lower end of Group A. So, speaking of which, it is, for the sake of the maps, it is Inferno, and Train. Dusto will as the decider. Well, starting off nicely here for Hellraisers, opening things up, and Kalinka. He's after for blood, but he did receive a couple of bullets in the back of his head, and for Kostafarov taking down Patrick. So it's now up to Raftu, one of the newer signings for Fate. Well, the Fate is not there for him, and Flourish takes him down in the first round for Hellraisers. So speaking about the maps, Inferno is the first map. Second map is Train. If we going the length, Dust 2 will be the third decider map. So these two teams, they have 3 points each in Group A. Singularity also has 3 points. They are playing against Windstrike. So I did write in the chat that if you could give me some scores by the end of the halves, that would definitely be much appreciated from for my end. It'll be really great to keep an eye on what is going on over at that side, because these three teams are fighting currently fighting to avoid demotion to Esea Advanced. So there's actually a lot at stake for these teams. But yeah, all three of them are currently fighting in in relegation. That is Hellraisers and Fate. They are in relegation due to round difference. So round difference can definitely play a big part here. Well, a big part doesn't even matter that much. Singularity, they are forced to win against Windstrike. Hellraisers and Fate, yeah, they have they can seal it for themselves. But it does depend. It does depend on who will actually come out strongest. And for Problem, he's already dealing with that problem. Raptor should definitely have done some more there, and he gets dealt with in the end by Problem. So 4 frags for Problem. Hellraisers off to a good start. Fate, they I did speak about that they had 1 roster change, but they actually had 2. We're actually having 2 roster changes. Raftu and Kaluper are now in the Fate roster, and they have to do everything they can to see if they can just get a foot in relegation. And meaning of relegation, they will meet some teams from Group B, and then some teams from Esea Advanced fighting to survive. And keep their Esea Premier spot for the next season. So this is the last day, ladies and gentlemen, for the group plays in Group A and Group B. So far we saw who had a great game against Gamer Legion. They won 2-0. Kalinka on the other side over a top mid, doing some great work though, and Jalen taking down 2, but there's also a couple of good picks by Nikki and Patrick. But it's Nikki who is now left standing with an M4 over at Speedway. He is kind of freezing right now, seeing if he can get some information. And then Kostaparov, took him down with that MP9. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The third round for Hellraisers. Fate, they can now buy up, and it's going to be almost a full AK round. But Patrick, he can purchase an op if they choose to. No, he doesn't even choose to. So he will stick with an AK. Will they go for a quick B control? or bandana control, of course. It does seem like that Hellraisers, they do not care at all. They are just rushing down towards mid. Jalen, yeah, being caught by Rocking. Rocking trying still to making a difference. He definitely does. But Kostaporov and Kalinka, they are just, well, yeah, picking names left and right. They are not leaving anything at all for Fate. And Fate, yeah, well, they are definitely meeting their maker, Patrick, the only man left alive. What a clear-cut round by Hellraisers. They, they just left destruction, well, basically everywhere over towards mid. So that leaves Kalinka a bit hurt in pit. So in the pit position, he needs to be a bit flexible to watch for short and long. And Patrick, yeah, he is gambling on A. So utility is definitely at his disposal. Kalinka needs to be more careful. So Patrick, takes the opportunity, takes down Kalinka, and that is the bomb site that can be, Patrick for his to take, and he's taking the leap up chance. Hopped into the bomb site. It's now up to him now in a 1-on-2 situation. A critical round here for the Bulgarian Patrick takes the first shot, and it's now up to Flourish. Flourish, took him down, and that is yet another round for Hellraisers. And kind of a free for all round by Hellraisers, rushing down second mid. And met off with Fate down in mid. So it was Rocking, had a little meet up with one of the Hellraisers players down in underpass. So it kind of went left and right, back and forth. So again, Hellraisers really just pushing the buttons now, and they want to really take control quite early. And Kostaporov, he might be down for the count, but he needs some support. Rav2 takes him down, so the lack of support is definitely immense. Hellraisers taking so many chances, so that leaves them a bit vulnerable. Rav2, even though he did manage to get that frag, he's down to 47 HP. But a good thing for Fate that they are not going to, rush a bomb site. They want to, clear kind of every angle. Because now they have seen for a couple of rounds now in a row that Hellraisers, they are definitely opted to go aggressive, and Jalen, great shot through that smoke. And out of nowhere, Hellraisers, they are back on track. Rav2 rocking a Kalupa. The three players that are left now with a plan. 35 seconds left to go. There's no need for talking. Jalen, he is moving forward with that op. That's going to hurt so much so for Kalupa. And Rocking, he didn't answer back. And Rocking, he's on top of the graveyard. Takes down Jalen. Look at that though. 20 seconds left to go. Great shot by Kalinka. It's up to Rav2. One of the new guys in the Fate jersey. So with the bomb plants, he's not excluding himself at all. He is hiding over at graveyard, so that will give him some solitude in right in the start. But Flourish, he's definitely thinking about something. He's talking the bomb site, and Raptor just picks up 2 kills. He's just peeking up, seeing that there's actually 2 players there that I can shoot, and he did manage to do that. The first round for Fate, and a match pause, and that's the classical meet that I do forget to check out who's actually taking the pauses, and it's Fate. Fate has taken the pause, so a timeout for them. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is kind of a 3-way split between Hellraisers, Fate, and Singularity. Singularity, who replaced, I do believe it was Skate from the previous season. So they are also in, well, actually, they are all the way down in the bottom. And every single match is being played now. Actually, the last set of games are being played here tonight to decide who will go to the playoffs and who will fight through in relegation. And then you have the two teams who has to do everything to avoid the direct demotion to Esea Advanced. Kostabarov with the AWP Hellraisers, they have opted to be 4 people up towards mid, which is something that can be very beneficial if you hit your shots. Something that problem. Yeah, well, he is actually does have his teammates are actually being ready to rumble, but Fate, they're choosing the other way around. Jadem takes down Kaluper. Nicky waiting for that moment, and he does deal some damage to Jalen. That though, under 30 seconds left to go, and Valarish and Jalen being caught off guard. So that is it's now a 4-on-2 situation in the same at the same time frame. Kostabarov, he's just standing with that up, takes down Raf2, and Kostabarov, he's just moving with haste over towards the bomb site. Oh my God, what a shot on Rocking! And Kalinka, rushes to the bomb site with his teammate. And, well, Nicky being tagged through the boxes. Now there's only one man left. It's up to Patrick. He can actually close this down. Yeah, he saw one, and there's the second one. Takes down Kostabarov, and down goes Kalinka. Patrick secures the round. But it was definitely a bit too close for comfort. So Fate, yet again, surviving in the nail biting of a round. (4-2) Hellraisers with no buyouts or anything at all. But a flash and a smoke. And being stacked over towards B. Nicky, he's going to love this though. He's going to love this very, very much. Patrick also dare to help him. Yeah, Patrick, he's just sitting down, spraying with that AK. Down to 19 HP. Kalinka, well, does he want to waste time? Nah, he's just rushing out. He wants to do some damage. Kaluper, shuts it down, and that is a quick round for Fate. Yeah, Fate with 3 rounds in a row. Getting back into it. Hellraisers, they have now bought up. Well, some have already done so. Kostabarov with a silencer. Jalen a FAMAS. The 2 late buys. This is very favorable for Fate. So Fate, they spraying around the map. Not seeing the typical aggression by Hellraisers. Might be rethinking the whole CT side. So yeah, due to the fact that maps, Fate, they have chosen this map, so that is why Hellraisers, they're starting on the CT side. Flourish, just standing still with that M4. Those flashbangs, they are not that effective. But Patrick, he has gotten down to pit, and Kaluper at the same time. Kaluper with a double. Yeah, there's only one player left for Hellraisers. That is Jay Lim. Jay Lim standing in the bottom of mid, and Rocking takes him down. Some good clever decisions by Fate. And yet now we are seeing another match pause, and this time around it is Hellraisers taking a little pause, getting their coach now involved, so he can actually give his feedback to the players, giving them some suggestions on how they could, well, maybe try to implement something in their next upcoming buy round. Pistols being purchased. So Hellraisers stay 1 round away from a maximum loss bonus. From getting involved into that. 3 deagles make to 50 and a USP for Kasparov. So that is definitely a sign for Kasparov to buy that up for the next round. Something that could definitely be worthwhile for Hellraisers is to get a frag or 2. Okay, pick up some weaponry, but that is not going to happen for Flourish. But even though Jalen, he's actually doing some damage, and well, Problem trying to mimic his teammate, but that could not be a reality. So Kalinka and Kasparov, they are now left alone to themselves to try and get themselves into some extra positions, but definitely a good thing for Fate that they well, getting their 5th round in a row, getting their money even more stabilized. Rav2 with $1,800. It doesn't even matter that much for Rav2 because he has 4 teammates who are very stable with their economy. So if he does miss it, well, actually losing his life to this, I mean there isn't that much to worry about. Kelling and Kasparov, they stood quite close to the bomb site, and yeah, they lost their lives. So with the time being, after Hellraisers, they started off quite nicely with 4 rounds in a row. Fate, they have found themselves, and that's something that they have to utilize. Let's just see now. Kasparov, he's back on that up. He is he was standing in the middle, but he then chooses to get away from there and now standing over towards long. A couple of grenades. Patrick down to the count, and a great. Oh no! Ooh. That grenade could definitely have been dreadful for Patrick. I have to definitely happy that it didn't went completely sideways. So he could have, well, the grenade could definitely have bounced back to his, even further over to Patrick. And a gamble stack from Hellraisers for Flourish and Kalinka under patio. Definitely a surprise strategy they are trying to pull out here, and they are then walking away from under patio. So Kalinga choosing pit. Flash goes over to graveyard. So a crossfire is definitely set up here for Hellraisers and Kasparov. He has turned over towards A. Hellraisers, they have actually used some time here, and well, actually they have not used time. It's actually Fate. They have used so much time, and they have to immediately go over towards B. Nicky, he rushes in, and he might actually catch someone off guard, but it's going to be a problem taking down Nicky. That smoke is actually going to help them quite a bit, but look at the time, is actually under 10 seconds left of the round. Problem, he can actually have a massive impact, but no, that's not going to happen. 4-on-3 situation for Fate, and actually managed to plant the bomb. Kasparov takes down Kaluber, but it's up to Patrick, Rocking, and Rav2 to shut it down and to give even more pain to Hellraisers that they are feeling right now. Kalinka, Kasparov, and Flourish, they have to They have to stick their tail, in between their legs, and tally off from the B bomb site. Good and a very decisive round for Fate, surviving with 3 players, but they have also lost a man to a disconnect, so we might be seeing a technical pause due to the matter of having one disconnected. Yeah, we do. All right. Okay, so I will just change it over to on. I'm not going to do that. Let me just see here. Yeah, sorry about that. Having a bad hair day? Yeah, I have. I have a very bad hair. I have a very bad hair day. So 6-4 for Fate. Hellraisers, they looking a bit shocked. They have definitely not seen this coming at all. Had that good start though. The pistol round came out really really smooth, and then the second, then the third, and the fourth round, then Fate out of nowhere they did manage to work the kinks out, and yeah, also seeing that they have actually gotten some more. Well, actually, the way they're playing is definitely something that is showing on the server that this match it means everything. Well, for both sides, it means so much that a victory here can definitely, well, not most definitely, because it does. It depends on the match the match between Singularity and Windstrike, and some round difference. I'm not completely sure on that ground. So still, there's a technical issue. We still need the last man on Fate. So at the moment, and yeah, we can only think about maybe speculate on what the problem actually is. So the maps. Again, I have spoken about it before. Inferno is the first map. The second map is Train, and the third, and well, maybe the decider, that is Dust 2. So 3 pretty open maps to for this last map, or actually this last game of Group 8, and the return of Premiere, because it was named. Well, actually, we do know that the name it was last season, but it was some seasons ago, where Esea actually was also called Premiere back in the days. So it's actually great to see them back in action, and it does fit pretty well on the tongue, you know. Esea Premiere. It's actually it has a good ring to it, a really good ring to it. Yeah. So seeing that we are almost ready again to rumble once again. And I really need a haircut. I really, really need a haircut. So badly. I'm actually checking myself over at OBS, and it's horrible. It's just horrible. That is actually the only thing that I'm actually whining about over at work. Actually, my at the place where I work at. That's my hair. So I can see that we are right into it, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just switch it over. Fate versus Hellraisers. Hellraisers with that fortunate of securing the first 4 rounds in a row. Then Fate, they're switching up the tempo. So for that, Fate. And again, this is their map pick, so that is why the Hellraisers stay on the CT side. So already now some utility damage has been dealt to the T's. Molotov in front of B, so that will definitely give some sight of relief though. And Nicky, yeah, he's just spraying and praying. Jalem, he catches him off. And Problem, oh my god, how is he actually allowed to stay over at First Oranges? Problem, ticking down 2. What's going on here? What is going on for Fate? They're just getting stumbled upon, and there is just problems everywhere leaking. And yeah, it's now a 1-on-3 situation for Kaluper. But yeah, he is going to feel the wrath from Kalinka. There it is, the Hellraisers catching on and getting that 5th round on the board after losing 6 rounds in a row. So yeah, 6 consecutive rounds in a row. Money still intact for Fate, and they have gotten themselves 5 AKs. So seeing as it's going to be quite a wild ride, well, a couple of grenades, and they're actually trying to get into the bomb site. Rocking takes down Problem, and the B bomb site completely deserted. well, after they, well, yeah, made a little visit, and that visit costed dearly for a problem with Jalen. So Flash is over, and Fate, they are not thinking, well, are they actually thinking about dueling Kostaborov? There's actually no need for it. Well, maybe they're thinking, oh my god. Patrick takes down Kostaborov. Raftu covering middle. Actually, he is standing in, well, in middle of middle. So Rocking and Patrick, they are still hunting for the last remaining Hellraisers players. Patrick takes Flowers down. There's only one more left. That was Kalinka. And that is the 7th round for Fate. Let's just check out the stats. Patrick, he is definitely he is on fire. 14 frags and 7 deaths. Jalen, 11 frags and 11 deaths. Following up with Problem, 10 frags and 9 deaths. This is the breaking point now. Fate, they can, with a victory in this round, they can completely, well, actually not block the economy, but they can really just make it completely, well, actually dysfunctional for the next round. Does of course require that Fate they do their job. And to do that, it takes 5 kills for a quick bomb plant, and Hellraisers deserting the bomb site. Seeing it more and more now. The side from Fate, they are not taking any risks. They are calculating every single step. They're not choosing to go aggressive either way. But they are very, very good at taking their time, which can definitely be their downfall. Let's just see if they actually have what it takes now. 25 seconds left to go, and they have not seen a single Hellraisers player. But yep, Kostaborov takes Kaluber down in middle. Nicky, yep, he is also doing some work. 15 seconds left to go. Kalinka, he can be the man here in this round. Kalinka with 2. And it's a 3-on-2 situation for Hellraisers. Look at the time. There's no time left at all. Well, wait a minute. There's actually a possibility. Patrick did actually manage to take Kalinka down, so it's up to him in a 1-on-2 situation. He's doing the right thing. Hiding in Boiler. He needs to time it out. He needs to time it correctly. He could have actually moved up to apartments. Or the hallways. Could have done that. Patrick shoots a couple of bullets, and Flourish, yep, he swings out, and that gives Hellraisers just a some breathing room, because they did in fact use all of their money in this round. There's just a kind of a ticket from Fate to invite Hellraisers back into the match. Fate, they are doing the exact same thing again. Purchasing AKs. There's no need for an AWP. The AWPing thing they will of course worry about on the CT side. Problem with a quick smoke down towards banana. Oh, there's a lot of walking. Well, actually, a lot of running around. Kostaborov and Kalinka with a frag each. I don't know what that strategy was. It did seem like that it was a mistimed flashbang from one of Nicky's teammates. So the whole round actually was binded to that Nicky was not supposed to be flashed by his teammate, but he could get up to the car and then flush out the front of a B. So, because that did not work out, they need to rethink, they need to re-strategize. So it seems like that they are still opting to go for that B execute. Problem at the top of second oranges. That's actually a pretty decent spot to be in. Well, doesn't even matter that much. Rocking and Kaluper getting one frag each. Kalinka, will he actually try to? No, he's not going to spray that smoke. He takes down Rocking. Kostabarov and Flourish joins the party. Raftu and Kaluper. They have to do so much now. There's so much work in front of them. Kalinka, taking the first couple of steps, takes down Raftu. Kaluper, the only man who is left alive in a 1-on-3 situation. He does not have the bomb inside. That's going to be quite difficult now for the single Bulgarian who is left here. And Kaluper, tries to hit it, tries to hide in the smoke, but was captured by Kostabarov. And that is the 7th round for Hellraisers. Fate, they have so much economy. They have been quite healthy. Wealthy. In these last rounds, due to bomb plants winning rounds pretty convincingly. Kalinka and Jelem, they're just rushing over towards window. Kalinka being burned to a crisp. Yeah, seeing a first-person view, we do like that. Well, not the biggest fan of that. Patrick, Raftu, and the rest of the guard. Problem. Yep, takes on Patrick. Oh, what is going on? I do not like this at all. If you do see, well, okay, I just got shot by one. He was pretty close. Well, then stack up. Try to swing out with 2 or 3 players, but not just one by one. It gives such an advantage for the CT side. It leaves now Kaluper and Nikki all alone. And there is going to be an entrapment now. Look at Jalen. He is all the way down to ramp. But Kaluper, he's going to figure out where he is. And that is Jalen down. And the bomb is still... It's actually still down at Banana. Kaluper. Smoking off a mini pit. He could actually place yet another smoke, but he's just waiting. Oh my god, Nikki. Just standing there. And that should definitely also give it up for Hellraisers. Kostabarov, oh my god, he's actually... He's rotating over towards long. Oh, wait a minute. Nah, he's actually stepping back. 16 seconds left to go. Kostabarov, he's definitely hearing something. And it is now or never for Hellraisers to actually win this round. Well, that's not going to happen. Kaluper takes Kostabarov down. What is going on? What is happening with Hellraisers? They were in a 4-on-2 situation. And now they are just throwing all that away. Kaluper and Nikki, the heroes of this round. Kaluper, just double checking patio. Flourish, hiding in the smoke, and down goes for Flourish to Kaluper, and that is Fate. After being behind 4-0 in the start of the first half, they found their niche. They found what actually went wrong on their T side. Now they're coming over to the CT side. Hellraisers, they have to prove themselves again. But what a season by these 2 teams. But also Hellraisers that have changed immensely. The same for Fate, falling out to their last 2 or 3 games. Well, prior to this one, they made 2 changes to the roster. They are, well, in their minds they are fighting to get their spot, well, actually to secure that spot in relegation, and fight through that against teams from Group B and from Esea Advanced. But it's just a very, very close for first map that we are witnessing. So the second pistol round is underway. Fate on the CT side, Hellraisers on that C side. And they are not leaving anything at all to speculation. Flourish was observing over at stream. So a quick observing. Rocking and Kaluper. there in the backside, having Patrick being the overseer, and it's actually a quite ballsy play from both Raftu and Nikki. Yeah, that's also a very good read by Fate. They are prepared, but not that much prepared. They weren't. They actually hoped they were. So yeah, jailing Rocking, but there's still a couple of players alive. Kaluper with a double. Patrick also taking one down. So it's a 2-on-2 situation between these two teams, and yeah, it's just what a great game, and that we're seeing. Problem. Yeah, picking up a USP. Flourish taking the duel against Patrick. Oh my god. Yeah, it's up to Raftu now in a 1-on-2 situation. That flashbang is going to help. What? No, that's not a flashbang. But was that smoke? Yeah, it was a smoke. So yeah, Raftu walking up. And yep, it's going to hurt so much, and Flourish takes him down. A triple for Flourish. Pistol round secured. So it is the second pistol round for Hellraisers. The second pistol round secured for Hellraisers. So quite odd to see this score line at this moment. Quick flashbang and a quick grenade from Kostaporov. Yeah, he saw a scout up in middle. Kaluper trying his best, but it was Raftu being shot down by Kostaporov. Kalinka trying to take control over patio, but he then decides to back off. A 4-on-4 situation. Hellraisers, they are. I do not want to say that they are heavy favorites to win this game, but they are favorites, and that is actually for a fact, because of some reasons from Fate, of course, having made two roster changes, and seeing Fate in a 4-on-4 situation like this, and they have gambled the B bomb site. This will give an advantage for Hellraisers, but Hellraisers they haven't seen anyone from Fate. I mean, they are right now. They are walking up to a trap, and that trap card can be activated if they choose to be even a bit more careless. Well, Kaluper takes down Jalem, and it's a 4-on-4, it's a 4-on-3 situation. Kaluper, he should definitely have asked for some kind of reinforcements, and yeah, now it's a 3-on-3 situation. Fate, they had every opportunity to rotate around. When Kaluper he made that shot with the scout, he could have yelled, "Well, hey, wait a minute! I actually saw one up in top mid." So maybe rotate around just one or something. So this gives a advantage to Hellraisers, because they have settled themselves down in A. Fate, well, yeah, that's the only thing they can count on right now. And killing a problem, Flourish, they're just sitting there. Nikki trying to do some damage, does actually do some damage to Flourish. So Flourish, he might be losing that AK. Maybe he does manage to survive. Yeah, just barely survives with that AK. It is a Hellraisers round, but it was quite close for the seeing eye. You can definitely argue about Fates on their decision in the previous round, but I would definitely have seen. Well, I would definitely have loved to see a quick rotation. Kaluper, standing over a car. That car was just flipped around by Kalinka. So this time, Fate, they're standing their ground. That's between, well, actually up in the middle, having 3 players on the patio, and Rocking standing on opposite wall over towards long. So a smoke over at copy. Or copy. Patrick, Nikki, and Raftu actually close to patio. Kalinka, he wants to go up and observe. Well, does do some minor damage to Nikki. And yep, that is definitely a warning sign for Kalinka. Rocking does manage to take down Kalinka. Flourish, he is in an infight down towards middle. Raftu and Rocking still trying to survive. That's definitely going to be long-shorted. Raftu being shut down by Flourish. Rocking is all that is left. It's a 1-on-4 situation. Bomb is just ticking away. And he really needs to be very, very careful now on where he's going. So sticking to the holes. Kostoparov, yeah, taking his time. And yet, even more so. Oh, Kostoparov, he saw him. he just saw him. And yeah, shooting through the wall. Just get it over with. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hellraisers with their third round in a row on the C side. Fate, they can now repurchase. Seeing some M4s, might be seeing another one. Well, Caliber can, well, taking the AWP out. So this, this might be the first step. And well, the first step, missing a crucial shot. Jalen, he's on the route up towards B. Some flashes. Nikki being tagged down to 10 HP could definitely needing some assistance. And well, the assistant they actually came in, but he was refragged immediately afterwards by a grenade. So utility being used up towards top mid. It does seem like the Hellraisers, they are planning to corrupt the A bomb site, or just filling it out with some utility, taking some away from the enemy side. Problem, standing in middle, having Kalinka over at boiler, Flourish, yep, laying out a lurk smoke. So that will confuse Fate just a little bit. Rocking, standing over at dark, and he has asked for some assistance. And it's going to be Kaluper reaching to the B bomb site. And speaking about that bomb site, Hellraisers, yep, they are now opting to make it a little visit. Kaluper waiting for that smoke to deploy, and there it is. And Kaluper hitting the shot through that smoke, and yeah, Rocking, he also stumbles himself in, and there it is, Rocking with a triple, and yeah, stepping it up. Fate taking their first round on the CT side. Let's just see now for the stats. So Kaluper and Patrick, 16 kills each. Rocking with 15. Propel on 15. Kostoparov and Jalem on 13 frags each. Force buy from the terrorist side. Raftu. Not going aggressive. And it's definitely also pretty much to take in for Fate due to the roster changes, because they have to figure out on how they can work specific situations out, and that should definitely give a minor edge to Hellraisers. So utility all over the place. Jalem just checking that nobody is going for some kind of a lunatic lurk around Banana. Kalinka being the human decoy, making so much noise over at Banana. So a flashbang above the plateau. Well, not the plateau, the balcony. So a triple kill for free of the, well, not for free, but yeah, a couple of kills for Fate. Flourish, the only man that's left. 20 seconds left on the clock. Just a iron defense Fate they have set up for. Hellraisers, yeah, well, they need to rethink on what they're going to do in the next round. And there's going to be maybe a quick one because of lack of money. So $1,900 per player, and they will not opt to buy this round. I am fairly sure of that. So for the next round, they will get $2,400 each. So that will definitely give them a option to buy up in the next round. Hellraisers, they have called for a timeout. So they are involving their coach to speak up on what they're going to do in the next round. For this, I mean, Flourish, you could send him out on a hunting expedition. Maybe for him to actually, his teammates could definitely set him up for some kills. Having Flourish as a cleanup person in this round. But Flourish, yeah, he's definitely taking some steps though, out towards mid, but he chose to back off in the last second. Rav 2. Yeah, well, reloading a gun is quite dangerous when you have gotten some information that your opponents are close to top mid. So Nikki laying some utility down a banana. So that will give him some seconds to breathe and taking some fresh air. So they are pretty stacked, Fate. They are pretty stacked though on the weaponry. 4 AKs and up with also some bland utility all across across 4 of the players. So Nikki, yeah, standing right behind New Box and Rocky. He's just spraying and praying with that AK. Does actually manage to to fall down to the ground. Flourish picks up 2, and that is going to be the bomb plant. So a good amount of money for Kalinka. But Flourish, yeah, well, he answers back though in a 1-on-3 situation. He's taking that spray to another level, but it was not enough. Rav 2 taking the round away. And what a costly round for Fate. A very, very costly round. Even though they still have some money to run it, to run with it, there isn't that much of a troubling sign, or there isn't any troubling sign at all. Hellraisers, well, after getting those kills, Flourish, or by Flourish of course, Callooper. Yeah, ask for a little jump, and Jalen being shot down. So it is a quick 5-on-4 situation for Fate. And yeah, again, ladies and gentlemen, these two teams are fighting to avoid being on the bottom of Group A, where it is currently Singularity housing that position, and they are playing against Windstrike. So the result in that game does indeed affect these two teams. But only one team can be demoted to advanced in the next season. It's between these three teams. Kalinka, yeah, turning his back at the wrong time. Patrick shuts him down. So it's a 4-on-2 situation. Good scenario for Fate. Kostoparov and Flourish. With 35 seconds left to go. Let's see Callooper with the AWP. It's just a kind of a sad sight to see. And Callooper destroys Kostoparov. Flourish in top mid. Getting a timing in, takes down Rav 2. Rav 2 not hitting a single shot at all. He's still, and Flourish, he tries to actually get away with it, but that is not going to happen. Patrick takes him down, and that is the 12th round for Fate. And the 4th round in a row for the Bulgarian side. And look at that. Kaluper and Patrick, side by side, frag-wise, 20 frags each, rocking on the 3rd place. Actually, in 3rd place with 17. Problem on the top with 15, Flash, and in the 2nd with 14, Kalinka, Kostoparov, and Jalen, 13 frags each, sharing that 3rd place. Some minor buys. Patrick, yeah, he's just sitting down, spraying like a maniac. And yeah, its 2nd wave is actually inbound. This could actually definitely give something here for Rocky. Yeah, spraying and praying, but Kostoparov just destroys him with that Tech 9. Patrick, yeah, standing in the library. He's not reading books. He's shooting some bullets. Jalen, he's feeling like that he's been put into a jail. And the cell is getting tighter and tighter. The second that is just runs down. Patrick did see Jalen, so he took him by surprise, destroyed him through the wall, and yet another round for Fate. So Fate, they are now 3 rounds away from securing their own map pick. Hellraisers, they are still in the server. They want to do everything that they can to avoid that it's going their way, that it is good. Well, avoid that it's going the way of Fate. Kalinka, yeah, did actually manage to actually fly down underpass. Kalinka and Flourish getting one apiece, and Kalinka with a double. Fate, they try to copy what Hellraisers did on the CT side, but that did not flow quite well. Fate, they I have no idea what they're doing. Nikki, standing in the bomb site, doing a lot of damage. It's a one-on-one situation. Kaluper takes Flourish down, and yeah, after maybe a mistiming with that strategy in the start, Fate, they were, well, I don't know what actually happened. I mean, Hellraisers, they did manage to get three frags really quickly. Then Nikki and Kaluper, they actually Nikki stood on the bomb site, whilst Kaluper, he had the op in hand. He took care of the rest. So a quick timeout for Fate. So Fate, they have found themselves on the CT side. Actually, it actually is pretty even between the two halves for the Bulgarians. Problem, yeah, quite fast with the click and release of the flashbang. So he did manage to go down to underpass. So for Raptor, taking doing a lot of damage to Kalinka. Rocking. Jumping on top of the first oranges. Hellraisers, they need to pick up the slack. There is something really wrong here. Fate, they can creating the chaos that is definitely available for them. Well, to them, above 1 minute left. Kalinka, yep, he's shouting out. Well, that lurk smoke is going to help just a bit. Raftu, that could actually be a helping hand for Hellraisers, because they are actually moving up towards B. Nikki, yeah, I do believe he actually is alerted. Well, yeah, there's the alert, and yeah, in the round, this could actually go downhill quite quickly. Kaluper, he's prepared with that op. Takes down Problem. Could actually have been a double, but he was then dispatched off. Raftu can definitely destroy the day for Hellraisers. Flourish, he's still alive in a 1-on-3 situation. Look at the time. 23 seconds left of the round. Patrick, yeah, White Swings takes down Flourish. That is the 15th round. Map point for Fate. So yeah, they have now 5 rounds to seal their own map pick, and we can move past this map and over to Inferno. Actually, sorry about that. We are playing for Inferno right now. yeah, well, the teams decided that let's just play Inferno all day, every day. Alrighty, Hellraisers fighting to survive, and yeah, Nikki being highly aggressive, and the same for Raph 2. Kind of a similar round that we saw a couple of rounds ago. That Fate, they being a bit too eager or something like that. Kalinka, yeah, catches Patrick off guard. Caliber now in the last man standing. Problem takes him down. Still Fate with a lead, but that lead can definitely crumble in a matter of rounds. So a timeout. I have no idea why Fate are doing that. It doesn't make any sense at all. But I do appreciate the courage. But courage, I mean, well, yeah, you do need courage. You do need courage. You need to be really on top of your game in these types of situations. But in the matter of that you're in front 15-10, and you go out trying to be very, well, actually hyper aggressive on the CT side, where you could have just said, okay, let's just stand in our positions, just wait for Hellraisers. So that will give some options for Fate, and that can actually punish Hellraisers. Let's just see now. Jalem, yeah, doing a lot of damage. Kalinka takes down Patrick. Seeing some great first-person view again. Rocking. Smoked off the fishes. Down at Fountain. So it is a 4-3 situation. And Hellraisers, yeah, they have just pushed that, or actually, yeah, pushed down on that freeze button. That's a typical Danish word for just stand your ground, just wait for any reaction by your opponents. Well, from your opponents, of course. Now they're settling themselves. Actually, not settling in. Kalinka, yeah, he taking a few steps into the B bomb site, trying to figure out whether they want to go over towards B or towards A. Kalinka watching for any steps. Rocking. This is actually a beefy place to be in. Oh my god, that could actually have been a double. Problem saves the day. Technically, 20 seconds left. Kaluper and Raftu, yeah, they are just doubling back. They do know when the bomb is being planted. There's no way that we can retake the bomb site, because in a disadvantage. And we are way too far away, and we have no idea if Hellraisers already have taken over the bomb site when we get to the place. Still, Hellraisers, they are fighting to get back into it all, get their groove back. Problem, Kospadarov and Volarish. Yeah, they're just running away from B to secure themselves from that hellfire that will come after them. Kostaparov, 5 HP left. Yeah, managed to survive, and the same for the rest of the crew. So the 12th round for Hellraisers. Fates. Yeah, they have to rely on Rav2 and Kaluper in this round. So 2 and 4s. Some utility. And all that is for Hellraisers is just that one path. 3 more rounds for them to try and secure overtime. Jalen and Kalinka already up in front of Banana. Kaluper taking that little step up to Flourish. Flourish takes him down. Kalinka, he is spraying and praying. Yep, he did see one player jumped into the bomb site, and it is going to be a lure. In a 5-on-2 situation, it's just against pistols, Nikki down to 35 HP, being hunted down by Jalem, and that is the 13th round for Hellraisers. So they're now 2 rounds away from securing overtime. Fates, they have purchased. It is quite a, well, I would not say a destructive purchase. Definitely a very, yeah, I would say not a gamble, but a bet. Nikki with that MP9 can prove to be very useful because of not because of the range, but with close encounters, it is a very, very deadly weapon. Nikki, yeah, taking the, actually trying to do some damage, but he was denied. Nikki down to 14 HP, rocking down to 41. So still an open game. Hellraisers, they have so much to work with. Utility-wise, they have everybody standing still. Patrick down at pit, having his teammate Raftu right over, actually on his side. Just looking at him. Flourish, jump down. So the strategy is here for Hellraisers is Flourish. He needs to make some kind of a blast, and and that is the first one. But it is Patrick. He's still alive. Takes down Flourish. It's a 4-on-3 situation. Patrick, yeah, tries to settle himself into the round. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Kostabarov is the last man remaining. Takes down Patrick, but he's now in a 1-on-2 situation. Fate, they have everything going for them now, but they just need that last frag. Kostabarov missing the shots onto Rocking. Rocking tries to move into position, but it is Nikki. Takes Kostabarov down and also secures the round and the map. Fate securing a 16-13 victory over Hellraisers, over on Inferno. And yeah, in about 10 minutes time, it is going to be trained. That is Hellraiser's map pick, and I do believe that will be a I do really depend. Or actually, not depend. I really do think that game, or actually that map, will go to length and maybe to overtime. Who knows? So yeah, I will take it over to some commercials, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes time for the second map between Hellraisers and Fate here in the Esea Premiere Season 36